Yesterday, on December 14th, 2020, the Electoral College votes being casted for the 2020 presidential election was not the only major event to take place yesterday. In fact, there was actually another major event that took place in the United States just yesterday. Today is December 15th, 2020, and just yesterday, on December 14th, 2020, it turns out that the first Pfizer slash BioNTech vaccines were administered to patients in the United States of America. I made a video a few days ago talking about the first vaccines being administered to patients in the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom approved of this vaccine slightly before the United States did. I believe the United States, the FDA, approved of this vaccine last Friday, and I believe I made a video on that. But the shots of this vaccine, the first shot wasn't actually administered until yesterday. And this, once again, I said this in another video. This marks the beginning of the end of this pandemic. This pandemic has been going on for exactly 9 months at this point. It's been like exactly 9 months basically since the shutdowns first started being imposed in the United States, since everyone was urged to wear masks, since schools got canceled. All that stuff happened 9 months ago. Obviously, this virus existed for longer than that in humans. I believe the first case of humans getting this virus was in late November or December of 2019. So it's actually been right around a year since this virus started infecting humans, but most people didn't really think much about it until 9 months ago in March of this year, March 2020. And this 9 month period has been an incredibly tough period for many people. A lot of people have lost a loved one to this virus. A lot of more people can't pay their bills because of how bad the economy is. The reason why the economy is so bad right now is because of the pandemic and the lockdowns that had to be imposed in response to the pandemic. A lot of people lost their jobs in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot more people just can't pay the bills because they aren't able to afford everything they need to survive through this pandemic. It has been terrible for a lot of people, and I'm really glad that the beginning of the end of this pandemic is in sight. So I'm hoping that just in the next few months, throughout the first half of 2021, this vaccine can be administered to millions of people across the country. It's not even going to be just this vaccine. There's reports saying that the Moderna vaccine will be approved very soon by the FDA, and that can also start being given to patients across the country. So if we have two vaccines that are being given to patients across the country, I believe that this pandemic can be put under control in just a few more months. Maybe even by June or July of 2021, we can reach herd immunity. That's a bit optimistic of a prediction, but I'm almost sure that by the end of 2021, we're going to be completely out of this pandemic and things will be back to normal.